information. You are all going to die.
Welcome to About Time, a Doctor Who podcast. I'm Stephen, and I've been a Doctor Who fan since 2005.
And I'm Ben, and I've never seen the show before.
Now we're watching and discussing every episode of the revived series, and quite frankly, it's about time. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Tired?
Yes, literally, you say that every single episode.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm a bit bogged down.
Yeah, you're very busy at the moment, so I do appreciate taking the time to do this one.
And my first essay in.
Yeah, but it's going well, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think you're doing really well. I told you earlier I was really proud of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've handed my first essay in.
Yeah.
So.
And you're going to find out your results fairly soon, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. You know how it is. Life's ups and downs. Let's just say doing this podcast is...
keeping you going?
Keeping me going, yeah. Keeping me on the... I would say keeping me on the straight and narrow, but nothing about me is straight, so... Or narrow. Come to think of it.
Aww! Don't be so mean to yourself.
But yeah, what have we been up to recently?
No, we saw some crap thing in the West
It wasn't
End.
crap. It's Noises Off, which is a very famous play.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Fawlty Tower-esque
Farce,
comedies.
basically.
Yeah.
You don't like farce.
Well, I was critiquing it, wasn't I?
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Oh my God, this is the funniest thing. So if anyone knows who James Fleet is, he played Hugo in Vicar of Dibley.
Yes.
That's his main thing he's known for.
And Bridgerton.
Is he in Bridgerton?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, and he was in it. I thought he was quite good, to be
He was
fair.
alright.
But Ben was not impressed by the overall production, were you? We made our way to the tube station straight after, and we were on the escalator and we were discussing it, and Ben was like, oh, what a load of crap. Like, next theatre choice has got to be mine because your choices have been crap, Stephen. And then this man walked past us on the escalator, and I was like 99% sure it was James Fleet.
But then thinking back, there's lots of theatres around there.
Yeah.
So I could have been...
Yeah, but we were holding a Noises Off programme. But you weren't actually criticising him. You were just the production.
I just didn't enjoy it.
It just wasn't for you.
No.
I guess. For me, it is the type of humour that I like, but even I thought it wasn't
Funny.
done the best way. Yeah.
It wasn't funny.
Some of it was. Anyway. You also, since our last recording, you've got me to watch 2 TV programmes that I never thought I would watch.
Oh, yeah.
Gavin and Stacey.
Gavin and Stacey.
Which I never watched, ever.
And you really enjoyed.
It took me a couple of episodes to get into it.
Yeah.
But actually, yeah, it is
Good.
really good, yeah.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
Christmas special, though.
Oh, the very last one, yeah.
Okay, this is a message. I'm sending this out to Ruth Jones and James Corden. Now James Corden is not doing The Tonight Show. Literally, write a new episode, write a new series, and fucking wrap this up.
Yeah. Well, write some fan fiction then.
Absolutely not.
Write some Gav fiction.
No.
And the other programme is... Oh my God.
So, you're not really a fan.
I'm not a fan. This is a programme that I would not go out of my way to recommend to anyone.
You're tolerating it because I'm
Let's
rewatching
just say
it.
I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would because I thought I hated it. But you stuck some episodes on. So it's Gimme, Gimme, Gimme.
Gimme a man after midnight. Take me through the darkness to the shadows again.
And it's got a very problematic person in it who I don't want to think about.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I used to think, oh, it's vulgar, it's not funny. It
is vulgar.
The thing is, though, the first series I actually thought was all right. But then you've started watching them without me, and I come down to this morning and I saw you watching one from series 3. It just feels like it's gone completely off the pan, and like she's...
Yeah, it's very different.
Kathy Burke's character has just become this, almost like a caricature of herself.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway... She is good, though. I will say she's very talented.
She is an amazing actress.
She's very funny.
Slept on so much.
Yeah.
Slept on. And here, this is not a Gimme podcast. This is not a Jack and Jill. This is not a Gavin and Stacey podcast.
Anywho.
Let's move on to Voyage of the Damned.
Yes.
Oh, no! K9, ding, 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 ding. K9, ding, ding, ding. K9, ding, 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 ding.
Yes.
K9. K9.
So at time of recording, the Hooniverse has just dropped on iPlayer. And I was looking through it and I said to Ben, let me just show you the opening titles of K9 and Company. You know, we're not going to watch the episode, don't worry about that, just see the titles. Ben was like, no, I don't want to see it. Don't put it on. But me, I put it on.
Yeah,
we watched
you.
we watched the opening titles, which go on for like a minute. And then Ben spent the rest of that day going, K9, do, 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 do. K9, do, 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 do. Yeah.
K9. Ding, 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 ding.
It's very 80s, isn't it?
Anywho,
yes, let's move on to Voyage.
Voyage of the Halo people.
And by the way, this is our 50th proper episode. We've technically done more than 50 episodes, but this is our 50th in our like regular run of what we're watching.
Would you say this is a half centennial episode?
No, because that means we'd have been doing it for 100 years. But...
Oh.
I don't see that happening.
Is there a special word for 50 decades?
50 decades? 500 years?
Five decades.
Yeah, it's a golden anniversary, isn't it?
Huh?
None of
Is
that...
it?
Yes, 50 is golden.
Is it?
Yes! Anyway.
K9.
You're going to be doing that throughout this episode?
Sounds like a bill.
Yeah.
Or Holby City.
Yeah. The bill. Do, 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 do.
Holby City. Okay, I have a cough. I'm
Yeah,
soz peeps.
I'm going to be trying to edit it out as best I can. But come on, let's talk about this. So this is the 2007 Christmas special.
Yeah.
Voyage of the Damned.
Rest in peace, Verity Lambert.
Yeah. Nice dedication there.
Yeah. She brought us Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Some of us won't forgive her, some of us will.
How dare you? He's joking, people.
I am joking.
He's joking.
I know that people love it so much.
Yeah.
I know some people, naming no names, make it a part of their whole personality. Was that hard?
A little bit. Anywho. Remember our rule of say something nice. So tell me something you really liked about Voyage of the Damned.
David Tennant looked divine in this episode.
He did, in that suit.
And Russell Tovey.
Yeah, he's gorgeous. Is he Hottie of the Week?
No.
Who's Hottie of the Week?
Rick.
No! Rixton Slade?
Yeah.
Ugh. Don't make me vomit.
I have a type. I like...
You're like an oily prick.
No, I like tall men.
Okay.
I don't know. Something about the jawline and
All
I
right.
don't know.
Okay.
But
no,
anywho,
it's Russell Tovey.
Other than superficial stuff, I really liked Astrid.
Yeah.
Kylie Minogue, I should be so lucky, lucky. I should be so lucky to live.
Very good. She should do more acting.
She should. She totally should. And I do know what I was going to say to you. I was going to say to you, did they offer a season?
I don't think that was ever even entertained because they just thought she would never do it.
Because
honestly, it's Kylie Minogue. They couldn't afford her for a season unless she was happy to do it for, small money.
But let me put it this way. Actors do things for the love of it.
To be fair, they do. I mean, Catherine Tate, they never thought they'd get her for a season.
Yeah.
And she said she wanted to.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but there's a big difference between Catherine Tate and Kylie Minogue.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? No disrespect to Catherine Tate. She's amazing. I love her.
Kylie Minogue is globally
Kylie Minogue is a
famous.
global A-list celebrity.
I would say Catherine Tate is known in pockets around the world.
Yeah.
But she is a British celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, if Kylie is ever wanting to entertain the fact that she would like to come back and play a different character and play a companion, I don't think anybody would be sad about it.
No.
Because I think...
She did a very good job.
Yeah. This is what I think is good about the Christmas special. There's a budget there to make sure that you have actors that can act. He's not a very nice person, but Clive Swift is not bad. He's recognised for being a good actor.
Yeah. What makes you say he's not a very nice person?
Oh, I just get this image that he is a bit of a...
So, because I'm going to come on to something in a bit about that.
He's just a bit...
But yeah.
I don't think I swear there was something in the news, you told me that
I think I've told you about this before. I'm going to remind you.
Toxic.
Yeah. Shall I do it now? Shall I tell you about it now?
Okay.
So famously, within the Doctor Who fandom, he gave an interview to Doctor Who magazine when they were filming this. He was interviewed by Benjamin Cook, and basically he was an arsehole for the entire interview. And because he was such an arsehole, Benjamin Cook basically published the interview verbatim without changing anything, without cutting anything out, to sort of print it and be like, this is what he was like. And it's become this, like, it's just so bonkers. So I've got it up here. I've got bits of it I can show you. So it starts off, Benjamin Cook says, "Hello, Clive. I'm recording this interview on tape, if that's okay." He just says, "Don't you know shorthand?" It's a dying art, isn't it? "I find that dictaphones are more reliable in interview situations. I want to quote what you say accurately. A lot of actors won't do interviews on tape. I've never noticed that in almost a decade of doing this job. I'm an actor. As soon as you switch that thing on, I'm performing. I think you'll find that proper journalists know shorthand. I think you'll find I'm not a proper journalist in that case. Don't be silly. I'm quite aggrieved. Why should I do this? I'm not getting paid, am I? Well, get on with it." And then towards the end, he says about how people just think of him as Richard from Keeping Up Appearances. Yeah. And Benjamin Cook said, "Do people shout Richard at you in the street?" He goes, "Sometimes. I tell them to fuck off." And then he goes, "Right, one final question. I think that's more than enough, isn't it? How many pages are you going to have on Mr. Copper?" And then this is the best bit. He goes, "I know that you all think this is a big world, this Who business, but it isn't. There are much bigger things than this. Maybe, but it means a lot to a great many of us. Yeah. Goodbye." So, being interviewed for Doctor Who magazine, for Doctor Who fans, and he's basically shitting over Doctor Who, saying it's a load of old shit.
Oh.
A man after your own heart, I guess.
No. I appreciate the fact that you love it, and
Great many people
love it.
Even you've enjoyed bits of it.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but like Doctor Who has given him a paycheck.
Yeah. To be fair, to look at it from the other side, everyone has bad days.
Yeah.
He may have been having a bad day.
Yep.
But it's just a crazy. There's a Twitter account called something like Crazy Ass Moments in Doctor Who, and they tweet things like this that are just like, you can't believe this actually happened. Yeah. And one of them was this, that Clive Smith gave that interview and then it just got published in Doctor Who magazine. It's just like bizarre.
Yeah.
But anyway, you said right at the beginning when he fixed the shields, you said, "Oh, that was a quick fix."
No, what's fucking quick fix?
But the thing is, it was put in as a cliffhanger at the end of the series, just to be like, what's happening? Like, it doesn't really matter. It's just a teaser, isn't it?
Mm.
What went through your head when, because you obviously went into this expecting it to be the Titanic from 1912 or whatever, and then obviously in the pre-title sequence you get to realise that actually it's in space. Like, what went through your head with that?
I was like, ugh. I just didn't understand why they felt the need to make the interior so, like, 1910s.
Because it was a replica. It was supposed to be, because it was famous. It was a famous Earth ship. They designed it to be a replica.
Yeah, but I understand that. But like, it doesn't mean you have to dress like that.
Yeah, but the point of it was to experience.
They're aliens, Stephen.
Yeah, they said the point of their journey was to experience primitive cultures, and that part of it was like dressing up like 1910s, and I think that was part of it. I think.
Okay, it was okay. I just don't understand how it just went into the TARDIS and like the TARDIS is small on the outside and such a large part of the ship went through it.
Yeah, no, I do understand that. I think that's a bit mind bending to think how that works. Because if that much of the ship went through it, the outside must have been completely destroyed. Yeah. So yeah. I don't know how that works.
But yeah, no, it was. I was hoping for like a really period.
I know, that would have been cool. We got a new variation on the theme tune. Yeah, that's exactly how it went. It's very rocky with guitars in it. And this is the theme that now stays for the rest of David Tennant's run.
Oh. So one more series.
Yeah,
Oh, Dr. Tenny's going to die.
sad.
But then he comes back 10 years later.
What makes you think that? Oh, because now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Spoilers. So, another sitcom veteran, we had Jeffrey Palmer,
Oh, yeah.
the captain.
What a different old man. Was he a robot?
No, he was dying. He had, like, some terminal illness.
So he was paid.
Yeah, he was
By-
paid. He was paid to draw the asteroids in and destroy the ship because he was already about to die. Anyway, they offered me so much money for my family.
Oh.
Yeah.
Blood money.
But he's really you can see the conflict in him when because he sees Midshipman Frame, this young boy, and he was like, they promised me old men, you know, who'd had their time, not boys.
Oh,
So the fact that he's going to destroy it and kill it. But thing is, regardless of who's on the crew, like he's still killing a lot of passengers.
yeah.
So, you know, mental gymnastics.
Yeah.
You might remember I've told you in the past about Christmas Doctor Who specials, me watching them. So the first one, I was at my grandparents' house and I went into the kitchen, left everyone else in the living room. I went into the kitchen to watch it on my own because I wanted to be able to watch it without being disturbed. I know that sounds so Christmassy, doesn't it, of me? Just go and shut
Excuse
myself
me,
away.
I'm just going to go watch Doctor Who.
And then I did something similar the following year. We were at my parents' house and I went upstairs to my parents' room and watched it up there on my own for Runaway Bride. This year, I thought to myself, do you know what? I'll be sociable. I'll watch it. My grandparents said they didn't mind putting it on, so we could all sit and watch it, right?
Yeah.
But, oh my God, it was painful. As a Doctor Who fan who'd been waiting for this for months, and I wanted to soak up every second of it, you had family talking over it. You had, when Jeffrey Palmer comes on screen, my grandpa goes, oh, it's Lionel. Do you remember from as time goes by? And who was the woman in that with him? It was, Judi Dench, wasn't it? And all that. And then Mr. Copper shows up and, it's Richard Bucket, isn't it? With, what was it? Hyacinth? And yeah. You can imagine what it was like trying to watch that.
Yeah. So you went home and watched it again?
Oh, I did, of course. I watched it like the next day again. But
How?
well, we set up the recorder for it, but also this was the year that iPlayer launched. So Voyage of the Land was actually the first Doctor Who episode that went on iPlayer.
Oh.
I remember that. I remember thinking, you can watch it online. How exciting. Fast forward to now, and we've got the Whoniverse, 800 plus Doctor Who episodes, all the spin-offs. You're looking like you can't believe 800.
Can't believe 800. 800 episodes.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
So let's touch on Russell Tovey again.
Yes.
I'd love to touch on Russell
Should have
Tovey.
bled out hours ago.
Oh, yeah. You said that. You said, he should have bled to death or whatever. But, like,
Yeah.
is that the least realistic thing in this whole episode?
Unless it's like some kind of like Solian or Solian, whatever they're called, like trait, and that they have like
Stoian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stoic.
They have like special blood.
Maybe. Yeah, I like his performance in this. He's not afraid to be. He doesn't have to be one of the lads. Like he's, you know, when the host has its arm through the door and he realizes and he goes, oh, he sort of screams like a girl. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's really funny and cute.
But he does that a lot though, doesn't he?
He does. I just love Russell Tovey.
Yeah, but I'm noticing, because I can't unhear now, like some things that he says like he's got like a mouthful of marbles, like, oh, I've got no power left.
Yeah. What did you think about the heavenly host, the angels?
They were okay.
Yeah.
They were not what I wanted them to be.
No, you saw the gold face on the picture, and you.
I wanted them to be like actual like aliens, not robots.
Yeah.
I do think that like Doctor Who relies a lot on robotics.
It does, yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm ready for more aliens.
Yeah, we'll get those. And it's a bit, I do find it a bit cringy when you meet these aliens who are from an alien planet and they look exactly like humans.
Yeah, and like they're wearing antique gloves
Yeah.
that you wear to touch antiques. It's just like, doesn't look metal at all.
Oh, the robots, yeah. Don't you think, no, you probably won't agree with me on this, but whenever I look at the host's face, I always think that they look like Alexander Armstrong. They're very sort of chiseled jawline.
No, I didn't see that.
Okay, that's just me then. Yeah, I think they're fun for what they are. I do remember Russell was working on the script for the Christmas special, and then Stephen Moffat handed in his script for Blink, and Russell was like, "Oh shit, he's doing Angels, and I want to do Angels." And he was like, "Are they too similar?"
Yeah.
But I don't think they're that similar. Like,
I don't think they're any similar.
just because
at all.
they're angels, yeah, it's very different.
I think to myself, like, we all know which one was more successful.
Oh yeah, Weeping Angels, obviously.
Yeah.
I think something Doctor Who does quite well, particularly Russell, is like taking that calm sort of Siri-esque voice, that computer voice,
Yeah.
and making it threatening. You know, because they're designed to sound very pleasing and like, you know, information. Like, I'm very soothing, and you could listen to me all day, and it's like you're all going to die.
Yeah.
I think that's very good.
We need to be learning from these stories, because
We
AI
do.
could be
AI do.
will kill us. Do, 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 do. I think to myself that Russell could have cut Max and actually like developed some. I don't know. He was just annoying. And then he got rid of Astrid. I was like, why did he kill Astrid off?
Yeah. Well,
Why did no woman survive?
I don't know.
I just think that's weird.
Yeah.
A bit misogynistic.
Yeah, a little bit maybe. Because there weren't that many female characters anyway. There was Foon and Astrid.
That's it.
Yeah.
And they need a spiky little pickle man.
Yeah.
We're going to call him Banner.
Banner Cafalata.
We're not going to call him that.
We are. Because that's his name, so it's respectful to use his name. I say that, I'm about to make a joke and say that his name sounds like something you could order at Starbucks. I can have one Banner Cafalata, please. It's like banana coffee latte or something. And the fact that he was a cyborg was cool.
Yeah.
I like that they sort of make the analogy between cyborgs and like other like marginalised groups. Like you have equal right, you're getting equal rights, you can get married.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Copper said about the cyborg caravans would always give me a bed for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah. He was a bit weird.
Banner Cafalata, cyborg!
Who played him?
Jimmy V, who also played the Mox of Balhoun, the little blue guy in the chair, do you remember? Who spat in the doctor's face.
Oh, yeah.
And also played the space pig, the fake alien.
Oh.
So let's talk about Slade, Rixton Slade.
Yes. The
What a
slime
wanker.
ball. What an attractive slime ball.
No, please stop. I'll vomit.
You can be attractive and be a slime ball.
I know. Yeah, I don't like him at all.
He's not meant to be liked.
No, I know. And we'll come on to Morven and Food in a minute, but like the way he constantly makes the comments about their weight.
I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
I love when she says to him, don't have any then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or was it the man?
It was the man, it was Morven, yeah. But when they're laughing off in the distance and he goes, "Oh, what happened? Did they find a donut?" Fuck off.
It's the thing is though, like he's rich.
Yeah.
And
yeah. But the thing is, some people look at this episode and they say, "Oh, this episode is fat phobic because of the things it says." No, the episode is not fat phobic. That character is fat phobic, and you're not supposed to like the character.
Yes,
so you're supposed to
100%.
see him as being a prick.
yes.
But one thing I do love is when they are trying to get through that gap, and he says about how are they going to get through there, and the doctor, just without batting an eyelid, he just says, "We make the gap bigger." It's like it doesn't even cross his mind. This is what we do. Like, no, I'm not leaving anyone behind.
Yeah.
It's like accessibility, you know, like this in a world that maybe not is designed for everyone.
Yeah.
We can make arrangements.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I like those two.
They're gorgeous, aren't they? They're so sweet.
They were probably my favourite characters.
They reminded me of me and
after
you.
Astrid. Who's who?
I think I'm
Foon.
Foon.
Yeah.
No, you're Foon.
No, you're Foon. I'm clumsy.
Who would be the more likely to ring the competition line 5,000 times to get the tickets?
You.
Oh, yeah. They are. They're just so sweet.
Yeah.
When she's going on about, all the debt she's got them in, and he just starts laughing and he's like, "I don't have to love you, you mad woman," or whatever. It's so heartwarming. By the way, though, I did some maths, and it doesn't make any sense.
What maths?
So she says...
It's a fucking TV show, Steve. You don't need any
no,
maths.
listen, I've done the maths, and I need to say it. She says she spent 5,000 credits.
Yes.
And he says, we'll never pay that off.
Yes.
Right? Later at the end of the episode, the Doctor tells Mr. Copper that £1 million is worth 50 million credits, which means that a credit is 50 times as big as a pound, right? So 5,000 credits, you've got to go the other way. You've got to divide by 50, makes £100. So she's only spent £100. And they're like, we'll never pay that off. So it doesn't make any sense to me.
Inflation.
What?
Like exchange rates. What's £100 to us might be a lot of money to someone else.
Yeah, but the Doctor was explaining that it's 50 times as much so that Mr. Copper would understand how rich he'd made himself by having £1 million.
Yeah.
Like
50 million and 56.
Yeah, all right. But yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. I feel like Russell T Davies messed up the maths there when he was working it out.
Yeah.
He probably went the wrong way and he times it by 50, and that's like 250,000, which would make more sense to be like, oh, we'll never pay that off, like $250,000, you know. But still. When the Doctor first meets Morgan and Foon, she mentions that sitcom. Do you remember that? She said that she had to name all the wives of, or all the husbands of so-and-so. And we watch these episodes with subtitles on. This is the first time I've seen what the name of the sitcom is. It's called By the Light of the Asteroid. And seriously, the number of years I've been watching this episode since 2007, I always thought it was Bugalata the asteroid, and it was like it was an asteroid called Bugalata. It's because the way she says, "Do you ever watch Bugalata the asteroid?" I thought it was that, but it's By the Light of the Asteroid, which makes so much more sense.
Oh, I felt sorry for Mr. Copper at the end though. He's like, he said to a pretty girl, "Yeah, I could travel with you." Then says to an old man, "I travel alone, mate."
Yeah.
Jog on.
That's so true, especially of this Doctor. Like, you did say you think he falls in love too quickly.
He does. Literally, he is a love at first sight type person. He wears his heart on his sleeve.
He's been burnt like that before.
You need someone to look after you. Why was she wearing a French maid outfit?
I don't know.
And why was that apron frilly?
I guess the apron...
And why was that apron made out of organza?
I guess the aliens got it wrong.
Yeah, I bet they did. They thought Santa Claus had claws.
I love that. They worship the great god Santa, a creature with fearsome claws, and his wife Mary.
Where did you get your degree?
Mrs. Golightly's Happy Travelling University and Dry Cleaning Service. Something like that.
Yeah.
Another thing I noticed with the subtitles is instead of saying God, they're all saying Vot.
They were saying Vot, yeah.
I never picked up on that before because I don't think I've ever watched it with subtitles
I didn't
before.
pick it up until the end when I read the subtitles.
Yeah.
Oh, my Vot.
Yes. But yeah, did you like Mr. Copper as a character?
He was alright. I was a bit like, when I saw Clive Swift, no offence to Clive Swift, rest in peace, but I was like, ugh.
Really?
He's not bad as a character, not a bad actor.
Yeah.
I just think to myself that he's a bit...
Samey?
He's one note.
He is one note. And
Like,
as that interview shows, I think he's got ideas above his station. He thinks he's like the best actor ever.
He's in a TV show called Born and Bred, and he plays pretty much the same
exactly
character.
the same, yeah. Fun fact, he was also in classic Doctor Who in the 80s.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we watched a show last night.
Oh, a film?
Yeah.
Blithe Spirit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
It was really good. Rex Harrison was very attractive in his day.
Yeah.
He reminds me of a weasel, though. Like,
Yeah.
in shape of face.
I thought he looked a bit like King Edward VIII, the one who abdicated.
Oh, I haven't seen what he looks like. I don't know how he looks like in Thingamajiggy. Did you know he's bisexual?
What, Edward VIII?
Yeah.
Is that confirmed?
It's very, very implied
Very likely.
that he used to have parties with his wife.
Oh, yeah. Well, good for him.
I think he's... I wouldn't be surprised if he was actually gay and she was just a cover-up.
Maybe.
And then they got together because she wanted a title.
But then if that's the case, if he didn't actually love her, why would he risk everything to go and be with her?
She allowed him freedom.
Yeah, maybe.
When they were married, she allowed him still freedom to... A woman of a certain station would not have put up with his philandering
Oh, I see.
homosexual ways.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. For confirmed royalist, let us know.
Yeah, this is not a royal family podcast.
No.
Anyway, let's talk about a very, very special person. Bernard Cribbins.
Okay.
He was in this episode.
Don't you dare!
It's them aliens again, don't you dare! Me and Her Majesty, we stand vigil.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I said to Stephen as it was happening yesterday, I think it's pretty much treason if they...
If they destroy Buckingham Palace, yeah.
Yeah. What would you do if an alien, like, on Christmas Day comes down?
I'd stand vigil. No, I don't know. But yeah, it's a nice... I mean, Bernard Cribbins doesn't really mean much to you, does he?
Not really.
You're not really familiar with him.
Not really, no.
But he is...
My mum is.
Oh, she loves him, yeah. And fun... I don't think I've told this story on the podcast yet, but fun fact, I got to meet him and spend an afternoon with him because he came to do an audience with Bernard Cribbins kind of performance at the local arts centre where I used to volunteer. And he was going to sing one of his songs. He was going to sing Hole in the Ground, which was one of his famous sort of novelty songs. And he needed a backup pianist. And the people at the arts centre knew I could play the piano. So they asked me if I wanted to do it. And I was like, in my head, I was like, I don't know if my skills are up to it, but the chance to work with Bernard Cribbins, I'm not going to pass that up. So I got the sheet music and I practiced and I practiced and I practiced. And it was really cool. Just meeting him and having him come in and like he.
Didn't you start playing it as like an ending song, and it was the other song?
Yeah. So that he's got another song, Right Said Fred, which is probably more famous. But he said he wouldn't sing that one because it's a bit too complicated timing wise. And he said his brain was getting a bit old and he didn't think he could do it.
Yeah.
But his producer, who was with him, said to me, why don't you play a little bit of Right Said Fred just as like exit music while he's walking off the stage at the end? So I said, okay, fine. So it came to the end of the show and I started playing it, but Bernard hadn't been told that I was going to play that and he thought I was playing it to get him to sing it. And he looked at me as if he was going to say, like, I'm going to throttle you after this. But he did it. He did the best he could and the audience joined in and like helped him with the timing. It was so cool. But yeah, I got to like sit backstage with him and have sandwiches with him and his wife. He's a lovely man. Or he was a lovely man. Sadly, R.I.P. No longer with us. But that's about all I can say about Bernard Cribbins at this point in time.
Bernard Cribbins is obviously in another episode because Stephen can't help himself but gives all these things away.
Yeah. He was in 40 Towers. He was... Basil thought he was a hotel inspector, but it turned out he wasn't.
No.
So there was a singer on the ship.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember? She sang Winter Wonderland.
Did she?
Yeah.
I thought she was just singing some weird song.
She sang two songs. She sang Winter Wonderland at the beginning, near the beginning, and then she sang a song called The Stowaway, which is a Murray Gold original.
No wonder I didn't like it.
How dare you?
Just because you're good at music does not mean that you're always going to be good at writing songs.
No, I understand
songs
that.
is an art form.
Yeah, but I do like that song. I think it's fun. It's
I am going to
Christmassy.
say this, though. He is very good at atmospheric music.
Yeah, good. But Murray's actually got a cameo in this episode.
Oh.
He was...
The man who went out into space.
No, oh God, no, not that much of a cameo.
Oh.
No, literally, you see him for about a second. He's with the band, with the singer. He's one of the musicians.
Oh.
And he comes up to the microphone to like do backing vocals with her when the doctor pushes them out of the way and grabs the microphone.
Oh.
Yeah, he had a fake moustache on.
Oh.
Now, personally,
Yeah.
I think visually this episode is quite good. Like, I think it's probably the best it's looked up to where we've watched up to. But you said the bridge scene looked crap.
Oh, the bridge scene looked awful. Awful,
Really?
awful.
What was wrong with it?
It looked like it's gone back in time.
What?
Looked like they remastered like one of their old things. No, it didn't look very good, Stephen. It looked like it was like kind of like they put money elsewhere.
Yeah. Do you mean like they looked superimposed on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I think it's fine. And like the CGI of the Titanic in space and stuff, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's where they put the money.
Yeah.
And they also put the money in that little blue thing.
Yeah. And Kylie, obviously.
Kylie Minogue was really cool.
You mentioned a certain film during this that you said it had a vibe of.
The Poseidon Adventure.
Yeah. I've never actually seen that.
I've only seen clips because it's one of my mum's favourite films.
What accent are you doing?
I'm doing an accent. I don't know what it is.
Sounds like Northern Irish, but yeah.
With a twang.
Yeah. You've seen bits of it?
Yes. It has Michael Caine in it.
Does it?
Yes.
When's it from? Like
1970 something.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes.
Thought it was earlier than that. I don't know.
No, the ship goes upside down and they've got to make their way out.
But yeah, I think that was deliberate. Like,
oh yeah.
Is it the kind of film that gets shown at Christmas?
Have no idea.
So I wonder if that's the vibe as well. Like, it's sort of Christmassy. But yeah.
It's got the same vibe as in the fact that like people peg it as they go along.
You did. You literally said that. You said it's got that vibe, and you were like, so they're going to die one by one, and you said so. Morvin and Foon are going to die, and you started listing them off, and I was like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Oh, Foon's death.
Oh,
Marvin's death. Morvin's death. Like he just trips over a bit of metal, whatever happened.
Yeah.
And then he falls into the
You really
engine.
feel for Foon.
And then Foon is like sad and depressed, and rightly so. And like then she's like, do you know what? I've got £5,000 debt on my own. I'm like, I just jump off.
I don't know. I can understand her actions, but I do wonder if for Christmas Day, do we really want to be watching someone commit suicide on Christmas Day?
But also saving people.
To be with their departed husband, you know, it's a bit.
But it's people do it, Stephen. It's realistic. Well, not realistic because it's Doctor Who, but
yeah, I just think it's very sad.
I think it's a powerful message of devotion.
Powerful message of devotion, but is it the right thing to do?
Simply, if you want me to, I nitpick on everything and you're nitpicking on this.
Yeah.
Literally, they wanted to get rid of a character quickly, so they got rid of three characters within a scene.
Yeah.
And then, I'm sorry, but like Clive Swift character.
Yeah.
Just fucking lob him off the side.
What's wrong with him?
No, if I was going to have to choose, he said to the doctor, if you had to choose, you wouldn't choose him, would you?
Yeah.
No, and he wouldn't choose you either, mate. He would choose Astrid all over you.
Oh.
And then he tried to bring her back, and I was like, oh my God, bring her back. Bring her back. Bring her back.
Yeah.
And then he didn't.
Well, he couldn't.
No, Russell didn't.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Russell T. Davies.
But I think that was really good, though.
No.
That whole bit.
No.
I think it's a very important part of the 10th Doctor's character arc. That he's getting to this point where he's very arrogant. Do you remember he was getting so frustrated when it wasn't working, and he just kicked the thing and he went, I can do anything!
Not enough left, though.
Yeah. He does think of himself as a bit of a god. That he can do anything.
Oh, he has, he's getting that, like, not mentality, is that the right word?
Yeah, like a god complex. Yeah.
And, like, because he has saved, in this regeneration, he has saved the world a lot of times. He has saved a lot of people, and he's obviously, that's done something to his brain.
He's getting a bit cocky.
Yes.
You laughed at the bit when she said about he looks good for 903.
Yeah.
And he was like, you should see me in the mornings. And she just goes, okay.
I'm sorry. Kylie wanted him.
Yeah.
She wanted him.
She wanted a bit
there
of Doctor.
and then. She was like, I might not survive this. At least I get my frills off.
Yeah.
Quite literally get my frills off.
Okay. Oh. Frills with an F. Yeah. That was funny. That's the title of this episode.
What?
Get my frills off.
She was a bit. They did. Oh, he just fooled. He does. He's a sucker for a pretty girl.
He is.
He is a sucker for a pretty girl.
Another bit that I find funny is Clive Swift's delivery. He's so dramatic when he's on the bridge and he's like, I think we're forgetting the tradition of Christmas. That angels have wings.
Oh my God.
I think you kind of know Astrid's going to die as soon as she says about going with the Doctor and he says yes. Because you know they're not going to get Kylie for a series. I think as soon as they agree that she can go with him, you know she's not going to make it.
Yes. I was thinking that she would get to the end and Swift... What was his name?
Mr. Copper.
Mr. Copper and her... they didn't want to fall in love, obviously, but...
She'd look after him. She'd go and look after him.
She's basically like, do you know what? Like, he's from Stole, I'm from Stole.
Stowe.
He's... Oh, Stowaway.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't really work hard on that, did you, after Two Babies? Oh my god. Okay, Russell T Davies needs to write a spin-off show where someone... So it opens up to this family moving in to Sarah Jane's old house, and then someone opens up the trap door in this thing, and they're like, and K9 comes out.
Yeah.
And K9's there.
Yeah. Is that it? Where's Mr. Smith?
Mr. Smith is locked away. Unless someone accidentally says, Mr. Smith, I need you.
So what happens then?
What happens?
Yeah.
Like, it could be like some kind of adventure, like maybe like K9 needs to kind of like find the Doctor so that he can be reunited with the Doctor.
Maybe.
And so like he and this person like maybe it's a companion that finds K9.
Yeah.
Maybe like they knock on the door and say, "Hi, I was a very fond member of Thingy's club, and I need to just go upstairs into the attic and find the thing I left before you buy the house." And she goes upstairs and she's like, "K9, come on, Mr. Smith, I need you." And grab the rock, cross the crystal, and she's out of there.
Oh, you heard it here first.
No, I've got better episodes ideas.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
But I like that idea of like someone just finds K9 in a attic or basement, something like that.
Could be sweet. Could be a K9 based spin-off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like a kids thing.
Yeah. And like somehow like K9 just sniffs out like trouble.
That could be nice, actually.
And maybe like rather than having adult aliens that are causing trouble, it's children aliens.
Okay. Well, maybe it's not aliens. Maybe he just goes and like solves bank robberies and things. So.
Yeah. Anyhow, I've got my major story idea to tell you later.
Have you?
Yes.
What's that?
About the royal bud.
Oh, are you going to tell it on the podcast?
Maybe.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Ben designed a Doctor Who creature.
Yeah, it's called the royal bud.
Anyway, do you want to do that now? Or do you want to save it?
Oh, no, we'll do it at the end.
We'll do it at the end. So, the kiss.
Puke!
Times 2.
Beep, beep, puke!
2 kisses. So I like how she has to grab the first aid box and stand on it because she's too short to kiss him. But yeah, it's a bit like they only did it because it was Kylie, and like you got to have the Doctor kiss Kylie.
Yeah, and then at the end they were like, Dr. Tennant, Mr. Man, Doctor Who.
The Doctor
was like, I want to kiss her again. Write it in.
Yeah, but the thing is, they had to film that twice with him kissing her and then also kissing like the air just with his hand there because you could see his hand through it.
OMG.
How awkward. When he headed down to deck 31 and was being taken to the figure of authority, you said something very bizarre. You said to me, "Oh my God, if Santa Claus comes out, I'm going to scream."
Oh, I was absolutely going to hit the roof.
Why did you think it was Santa Claus?
Because it's Christmas. You have some weird robotic... They have had robotic Santas before.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. You thought it was going to be the same Santas.
Not the same, but just some kind of one.
Yeah. Not
because
real...
they could have had like the grotto on board for the children.
Yeah. But they didn't understand enough about Santa and Earth's culture. So.
Oh yeah, they thought Santa had claws.
Yeah. You also, when the door slid open and then you can hear the motors of the thing, you thought it was going to be a Dalek.
I would have hit the roof. I'm sick to death of Daleks.
Okay.
I'm done with them.
They're iconic.
No.
They're the Doctor's greatest foe.
No. The Daleks are now boiled down to one.
Oh, yeah, Dalek.
Oh, my God. Let's bring this poll in.
Poll? What?
Whoever did not believe that
yes.
Daleks are not cyborgs, you're wrong.
No, you think they are. I
They
think
are
they're not.
cyborgs. They are. Even my mother agrees with me.
Oh, what does she know? Nothing about Daleks.
Rude!
Yeah,
Okay, when have you seen them outside of their box?
But in the classic series.
No, not canon.
What? Of course it is.
No.
If anything, the new series is not canon.
No.
That's what Stephen Moffat said at this concert. The three showrunners were talking together, and then Stephen Moffat turns to the camera and he just goes like, "We three think that new Doctor Who doesn't really count
No.
because they all love the classic show."
So I'm a bit sorry for this, to say this. No, I'm not sorry for this. When have you seen the slimy idiot just crawl along the floor? Oh, I'm going to take everything out. Blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry. No!
There are ones you haven't seen in future
No,
episodes.
no.
All right, Margaret Thatcher. Anyway, we're not getting into this again.
I'm right.
75% of people who voted on the poll disagree with you.
75% people are wrong. 25% people are right.
Okay, right, moving on. So the person who did come out of the shadows, Max Capricorn.
Ugh, fuck's sake.
This is the campest villain that we've had to date. He's in
it for like 30 seconds.
It's the most over-the-top hammy performance we've seen.
Is he a famous actor?
His name is George Costigan. He's fairly famous. I think he was, in Calendar Girls, Penelope Wilton's character, her husband that was cheating on her. That's him.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's him. But yeah, what you say about people come onto Doctor Who and they understand the assignment.
Yeah.
I think he understood the assignment and then he went overboard on the assignment.
Yeah.
He got extra credit on the assignment.
Yeah, I don't really like this. It's like Roger's head in My Family.
Oh, you don't like this thing of a head in in the cyborg thing? Yeah.
I personally think that you need multiple. You probably need at least 20% of your body, or like 30% of your.
Well, you don't know what was inside the box. Mm-hmm. And to be fair, your brain is your most important bit. But yeah, I know what you mean. He does look a bit ridiculous, the box, like with the. Do you know what? Have you ever seen those? You know those things that old ladies go riding about on, those mobility scooters, and then sometimes they have like a cover. That's like to protect them from the rain. And whenever I see one of those, I always think of Max Capricorn.
Oh my god! Oh my god! He's like as if Wally and the headed spider from Toy Story had a baby.
Oh yeah. But yeah, my favourite line delivery, I think, is the Titanic is falling, the sky will burn, let the Christmas inferno commence. And then he goes, "Oh host, kill him!" And it's so like.
Hammy ham.
It's the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen. So Astrid sacrificed herself.
Yeah.
Killed Max Capricorn.
Yeah.
Killed herself. And then you get this, it's a little bit over the top, I have to say, the slow motion montage of everyone screaming and like things crashing down and...
Yeah.
Yeah. It is funny. And then the Doctor walks out with his suit, like his buttons undone, and he's like walking in slow motion with
like
explosions behind him. It looks like an album cover. Like he's released David Tennant singing Christmas songs or something. And then another bit that's very cheesy is obviously when he clicks his fingers and the angels take him up. They fly up with him. Yeah. It's a bit like, was that really necessary?
Well, how else was you get to Russell Tovey so you can make out with him?
Oh, I wish. That's the deleted scene I wanted to see.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I love the bit with the Queen when you see her running down the stairs in her little slippers.
Don't see her face though, do you?
No, because they didn't have the actual Queen, funnily enough.
Could have had someone who looked like her, like Mary Millen.
And then I think
Helen Mirren.
It's Jan Ravens, the impressionist, who does the voice. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. Happy Christmas. Yeah, my biggest memory of that Queen moment is my uncle on Christmas Day. He'd sat through the whole episode, and he quite liked Doctor Who, but he sat through the whole episode, and it got to that bit where the Titanic avoided Buckingham Palace and the Queen was waving, saying, "Thank you, Doctor." And he just stood up and went, "What a load of old bollocks," and walked out of the room. I can't watch that bit without thinking of that.
Oh.
And then, Mr. Copper gets his
50 million
his
credits.
50 million credits, yeah. And it's very funny when he goes dancing off like, I live in a house with doors and windows.
But in this economy, £1 million wouldn't take you very far.
Well, maybe
Sadly.
not. Maybe not.
Could get a decentish house.
Yeah, it depends where. But yeah, that's Voyage of the Damned. We did not watch the coming soon trailer for Series 4
No.
because I personally think it reveals a bit too much. You know Donna's coming back. That's all you need to know, really. And the fact that I think it's the best series. So I can't wait to get to that. But we've got Torchwood Series 2 to do before that. Did you want to tell us about your alien that you've created?
Okay. So they're called the Floragals.
The what?
The Floragals.
Floragals.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or Floragals.
Oh, as in regal, like
Yeah. Floragals. And they have a planet that is considered the best place to go for holidays within the whole universe. And people travel very far across the universe to go here because they are like treated like royalty if you can get onto the planet. And the Doctor like takes his companion there for like they've just saved the world and they were just resting. Because he's heard of it but never gotten there, but he's taken her there. And the Doctor suddenly realised that people are going missing. And he realises that people they get called for this uber special lottery draw like spa treatment and they never come back. And him or his companion get called, and he basically, long story short, is that they realise that they are they're making human fertilizer, and these floral people that are like, I would say the best way to think is that like if a cabbage and a rose had a baby, that's what their heads would look like, and they've got like the petals go upwards like scales, and the rose, they have a flower on top the crown of their head. And this royal rose, like who I call the royal bud, is literally like feeding off of these people, and she's gorging, and the more she gorges, the more flowers she's producing, so forth and so on. Yeah,
it sounds pretty cool. It sounds like something that would have fit well with like Colin Baker or Sylvester McCoy era Doctor Who. Yeah, it's really cool.
We have some things to read out.
We do. We have a lovely email that I'm going to read out. So we've had a really lovely email from Imogen, and she says, "Hi Stephen and Ben. I'm not usually one to get in touch, but I'm in love with your podcast. It's been playing non-stop since I discovered it recently. I've also been a Doctor Who fan since 2005, and I've tried to sit down with my boyfriend to watch it all in preparation for the 60th anniversary. Unfortunately, he gave up just before we meet." And I need you to put your fingers in your ears for a second.
Why?
Because I don't want you to know a character. He gave up just before we meet Missy. Stephen, I completely relate to your love for the show. I think your reflections on each episode as you rewatch are amazing. They bring back all the memories I have of watching the show for the first time. I've now seen it more times than I can count, and I'm definitely blinded by nostalgia, as proved by my boyfriend's lack of enthusiasm for later episodes. Ben, it's so funny to hear your perspective on the show, and I'm genuinely excited to see what you think of some of my favourite episodes. Fingers crossed you get that far. I'm currently listening to your Army of Ghosts episode, where you briefly talk about the Doctor's outfit. I'm curious to know, if you were the Doctor, what would your signature look be?
Oh my God, a question I've been waiting for.
Okay, we'll answer it in 1 second. Let me just finish the email. She says, mine would definitely include a turtleneck because I love them. And then in brackets, she says, I hope Ben doesn't think that's a fashion crime.
No, I like turtlenecks myself as well.
Thanks for making me laugh, making me fall a little deeper in love with the Whoniverse, and keeping me company throughout my day. Imogen.
So, Imogen, turtleneck would look amazing for the Doctor. Also, I would have it like with a long T-length skirt, like that is swishy and flowy, and then half tucked in, and then give the Doctor a tool belt.
Oh, okay.
To give it a bit of edge, and like the bits and bobs that the Doctor needs.
A sonic screwdriver,
yeah. So I think that could look quite cool.
Yeah, I could see that. But would that be what, if you were the Doctor, is that what you
would
would
wear?
wear?
I wouldn't wear that.
What would you wear?
So I would like a floor-length duster trench coat.
Oh, like Spike?
Not like Spike. That's leather.
Oh, you don't want leather?
No. I want a floor-length, dusty, deep beige. And then I would wear brogue boots, cargo trousers, a shirt, and then over the shirt I'd wear a knitted vest.
Oh, okay.
To give me a bit of...
Very McCoy. The knitted vest have question marks on
And then
it.
I'd have one earring with a question mark.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I'm going for like this like punky but quirky, all the things that I would be scared, would want to wear.
In real life. But
don't have the confidence for.
Oh, yeah.
Like punk meets nerd. A nerd punk!
A nunk. A purd.
That sounds wrong.
Yeah. But this is all off the top of your head as well. You haven't thought about this before.
No.
So, yeah.
I might draw it for peeps.
Oh, that'd be amazing. The Ben Doctor.
I haven't drawn fashion in a very long time.
What would I wear?
So Stephen would wear some form of a jumper.
Yeah, I'll let you do this for me because I know nothing about fashion. I have no
so
opinions.
Stephen would wear a jumper, but I would like, what I think would look quite cool for you is like subtlety. Like I haven't watched it, but I've seen pictures on BritBox of the old doctors in their old costumes. I kind of love the quirky doctor, the quirky
marks
fashion,
and that. Yeah,
like
all
the question marks.
The multicoloured. Yeah.
I like that because I think that it injects a bit of eccentricity, no?
Eccentricity
to it. And so I would have like cable question marks. So they're not visible, but if you looked at the details you could see. So then I would have you wear a shirt, and then you would have the shirt poking out under your sleeves as well.
Okay.
You would wear you would have a satchel. You have a coat because it can get cold in some planets. You have a coat. Then you would have some boots for good walking. Then you would have some funky socks because you wear funky socks all the time.
Yeah.
And then you'd have like your jeans would be rolled up. And yeah, that would be you.
Yeah. The clothes I wear are quite boring and drab. I save my personality for socks and pants. The bits that are hidden that you can't see.
Like a clam.
A clam?
Yeah, like an oyster.
What, with a pearl inside?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, we're going to do our jingle.
Patreon, shout outs. Patreon, shout outs.
Love that. We have 2 new patrons since the last recording. A huge thank you to Heather.
Heather, thank you.
And a big thank you to Benny.
OMG.
This is not you, is it?
No, it's not me. Okay, I don't go under the name of Benny.
No.
But Benny. Thank you, Benny. Or, as my friends used to call me when I was younger, did you ever get called Benny Wenny?
I didn't know because my name's not Ben.
I used to get called Benny Wenny.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Maybe I'll have to start calling you that.
No, thank you.
But yes, Benny's been a supporter for a while, like a fan and listener, and engaged on the socials with for a while, but has just joined Patreon, so thank you. And Heather, I've known for a long time as well because she was part of the Doctor Who fan orchestra. She used to play the clarinet and sing. So thank you, both of you. You join the ranks of Louisa, Philip,
thank you.
Northerly,
thank you. Jason, thank you.
Joe,
thank
Tom.
you. Tom, thank you.
Louis,
thank you.
Daniel,
thank you.
Michael,
thank you.
and Ferner,
thank you.
So yeah, we love you all. It really means a lot. Just to have your support because as you know, it's very difficult to find the time to do all of this, especially with Ben being so busy with his course. So the fact that there is some support means a lot.
It does mean a lot.
So thank you.
But yeah, happy holidays. Have a lovely merriment. Don't drink too much if you drink. Don't eat too much if you eat. I personally will probably be eating my weight in chocolate.
Oh, yeah. Shall we talk about Christmas? We've got plans, haven't we?
Oh, is it confirmed?
Well, it's not confirmed, but the current penciled in plan is we're going to be doing our first big joint Christmas with my family and your family
Well,
together.
our families are tiny, so it makes sense.
It's not that big joint, but it's a joint Christmas. And who's cooking?
Me.
My God, your first Christmas as chef.
A roast turk. Okay.
They then
roast turkey.
eat the turkey people for Christmas dinner like savages.
Roast turkey.
Yeah. I'll be your assistant. But yeah, that's going to be fun. We'll let you know on our next episode if that happened and how that went.
No, we won't.
Why?
Because our next episode will not be in time.
Oh, that's true. We'll be recording it before Christmas. So we'll let you know in due course. In the fullness of time. But yeah, thank you so much for joining, for listening.
Yeah.
It's been fun. Have a great time. And from Stephen and Benny Wenny, until the next time, in the words of Clive Swift, yeah, goodbye.
Bye.
Stay fantastic.
Alonzi!
Hello. We forgot to put the episode on our big list. So we're just inserting that now. So, Ben, where's it going to go for you?
14th.
Which puts it above Father's Day.
And under the sound of the drums.
Okay. That means you liked it more than the Christmas Invasion, but less than the Runaway Bride in terms of Christmas specials. I think, for me, I'm going to put it just under Runaway Bride and above the sound of drums, which for me makes it number 7. Quite high for me. I do think it's a fun episode.
Ooh.
So there we go. Thank you for that.